Male ostriches have a huge penis, which is unusual for birds, but unlike mammals, they don't fill it with blood. In speed dating experiments, people who took an open posture, with arms and legs spread out, beat those who sat hunched up. Female aphids reproduce through telescoping generations. From spring into summer, a female already carries inside her a pregnant clone of her own daughter, letting them multiply at an astonishing speed. On a date, unconsciously mirroring your partner's gestures, the chameleon effect builds intimacy. But if you copy them more than 2 seconds after they move, female kangaroos, like other marsupials, have 3 vaginas. The 2 on the sides are dedicated routes for receiving sperm. Leaf insects, which mimic leaves. In some salamander species, the male leaves a sperm packet, a spermatophore, on the ground, then guides the female to sit on it, achieving internal fertilization without intercourse. The zona pellucida on the surface of a human egg carries a specific protein called ZP3 that binds sperm head receptors like a key in a lock, physically blocking sperm from other species from achieving fertilization. Early in a relationship, the physical difference between X and Y sperm in humans. In relationships, who did the chores or who paid how much. Couples who tally it strictly are called transactional, and compared with communal couples who support each other without expecting returns. Not just humans, but wild female chimpanzees and bonobos as well have been observed living long after menopause without further reproduction. In dating, Australia's now extinct gastric brooding frog. When a couple exercises together, jogging or the gym, they share physiological arousal and build a sense of working toward a shared goal. Men unconsciously. By the attachment theory in psychology, most adult anxiety, jealousy, and clinginess in romantic relationships trace back to childhood physical affection and trust with caregivers. By the error management theory, in evolutionary psychology, men tend to overestimate a woman's kindness as romantic interest. When couples share each other's food, a bite or feeding each other, it's called conspecific feeding, far more than just eating. When ticks mate, the male doesn't insert a penis into the female's genital pore. When a couple's speaking speed naturally syncs in conversation, regardless of physical attractiveness. Human semen contains polyamines like putrescine and spermine, which help keep sperm DNA stable, but they are chemically identical to the compounds that make decaying bodies smell. Human males don't have a penis bone, the baculum, while many mammals, including primates, do, and humans lost it during evolution partly because mating became much shorter. To attract only their own species' sperm in the vast ocean, sea urchin eggs release a chemical called sperm-activating peptide, or SAP. In the endangered California condor, even with healthy males nearby. When you feel strong romantic love, the brain's insular cortex becomes more active. In South America's Titicaca water frog, males grip females extremely tightly during mating. When brown bears and polar bears mate and produce a fertilized egg, a pregnant woman's brain, especially the cortical gray matter, physically shrinks by about 2% as unneeded synapses are pruned, rewiring it into a brain adapted for caring for her newborn. The Phantom X shows up when you're unhappy with your current partner. After mating, male cicadas inject a special secretion into the female's reproductive tract, which hardens into a chastity belt called a mating plug, physically blocking any other male from mating with her. Othello syndrome, a form of pathological jealousy, has no real evidence of cheating. The famous model organism C. elegans has sperm. The human vagina is dominated by lactobacillus bacteria, keeping it strongly acidic, but no other primate has this kind of vaginal microbiome, a uniquely human trait. tied to our starchy diet and the evolution of difficult childbirth. In couple fights, the actor-observer bias works like this. You justify your own mistake as work was busy. The situation. Female Adelie penguins, in exchange for stones to reinforce their nest. The giant Pacific octopus, the world's largest octopus. Thanks for watching today's trivia. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like. See you in the next video.